Shields up, Ironbreakers, and Muse, thank you very much for the raid. Guys, you all know Muse. You should all be following Muse by now. But whenever he goes live with Final Fantasy XIV, you might actually learn something. Fuck you, Rory, streaming, stealing my insta-queue. Oh, this is the thanks I get. Like, I go live, and I get to listen to Kegarin fucking bitch and moan. Bitch and moan. This is not a shave, it's a trim. And it was today. Skip Zadinia was today. Okay, now, let's see what the next stage of the raid was. I want to continue the raid. I want to wrap up the raid and then dedicate myself to the MSQ. Whatever's left of it. Feels good to finally be catching up to the current content. Feels good. With the exception of when I tried looting everything in the raid and I couldn't. That was the first thing. That was the first thing that I was like, oh man, that kind of sucked. I did not expect that. Heart of Darkness. Thancred is looking particularly chipper despite the heavy rainfall. While this downpour is precisely the result we were hoping for, the novelty of standing outside in the rain does wear off rather quickly. Not to mention Guy is looking a bit under the weather. Let's continue this conversation in Eden's Core. Oh yeah, that's right, I did get an upgrade. And... wait. Oh, I have to go trade that shit in. Oh, that's right, I gotta go trade it in first. Let's go get it off of Mordsu. What's up there, Bear? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. What is that quest? Oh yeah, I have to go inside Eden's Core. That's what that thing in the map is. Where is Google? My boy Google. No, we're looking for number 2 now, right? Apocrypha? Wait a minute. No, what am I looking for? Eden's Verse? Eden's Verse Antique, Disciple of War 1. So I get to choose. I can have the earrings, all of these come from the bangle. So basically I should pick whichever one's the lowest, which I believe is going to be a ring, right? 460, 450, 450, 440. Exactly, it is a ring. So let's see if I can get a ring and not an earring. See, that would be useful, wouldn't it? Okay, now give me this ring of fending right here. Ba-bam. Now, increase my item level some more, baby. Bazoosh. And while we're here, do we have a mender up in this deserty outpost? We do. Excuse me. Could you mend my gear, please? Thank you. Yeet! Wrap up Rathalos? What do you mean? Why were you killing Rathalos? Wait a minute. Kegarin is swapping to Samurai? Cosbos, did I get this right? Kegarin is changing classes again? Did I get that right? Because he's talking something about forcing me to tank low-level dungeons for his samurai. Am I... oh, shit. Okay, well, here's what's gonna happen, Kagran. If you swap into... You tell him, Cosbos. If he swaps into samurai, he needs to pay me 500,000 gil. I don't give a fuck. If he swaps to samurai, he can cough up the fucking guild I spent. Fuck him. You can tell him he owes me 500,000 fucking gil. If he switches to samurai, he needs to pay me 500,000 gil. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. This is random, but does anyone know a good MMORPG game for console? Well, Cryptic Wraith, this one. Like, you do understand, I'm playing this on a PlayStation 4 right now. This is a great MMO for console. This is the best. Fuck! Something. I did. Fine. It'll live. Calahero, thank you very much for being grossly incandescent for 3 months. Tip of the hat to you. Appreciate support. Thank you. I dropped a tripod that I'm using to just hold my hat. I'll do invites right before we get to the raid itself. Ere we set forth to restore the element of ice, I would discuss the manner in which the summoning shall be undertaken. Just tell me one thing, is this going to bring the empty back the way it was before the flood? While none can say for certain, the change we have observed at points of ethereal intersection doth give us cause for optimism. It may be reasonably assumed that the empty shall continue to transform, and in the decades to come regain a semblance of its former state. Decades? I don't think you've quite grasped the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It should have swallowed the entire world if Menphilia hadn't stopped it. Even if Rin has inherited her blessing, wounds like that don't heal overnight. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. And it might take even longer than that to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know it will stay like this forever unless we do something about it. My sentiments precisely. Only once the final element is restored shall we have a glimpse of the future that awaiteth those of generations yet to come. You do all this for a world you may not live long enough to see? While here I am, so absorbed in my own problems that I spare barely a thought for anyone besides myself. Yeah, you're selfish, Gaia. For so long, I've listened to that voice telling me what to do, who to be. I was so scared of what might happen if I disobeyed. But I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. If Rin's the Oracle of Light, here to mend this broken world, what does that make me? Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, bringer of misery and death. A monster. It's no wonder they left me, mother, father, and next it'll be all of you. Then I'll be back where I started, where I've always been, alone. Gaia, is it the fairy? What's wrong? Afraid I might lose control and ruin all your carefully laid plans? No, it's you I'm worried about. Ren, I'm going outside to clear my head. You just do what you need to do, alright? Something's wrong, I know it. That much is clear. If we have a repeat of her first visit to Eden, we may even be joined by those Voints and friend of hers. If you go and see what Gaia's doing, Urianger and I will stay here with Rin. Sure thing, Thancred. My name is Gaia. That's what you said, isn't it? Eden, the flood. What does it all mean? No, it can't be. Is this what's been waiting? Is this what it's been waiting for all this time? Finally, you remember. Yeah! What is this? The darkness that dwells within you, Gaia. The accursed spawn of light are drawn to it like moths to a flame, pathetic, mindless, and easily bent to my will. Sin eaters. Ooh, look at the light. Now the time of awakening has come. Ooh, she bitch slapped that clean away. Ren sends his sin eaters. What's happened? Oh, there's a bunch of sin eaters outside. Don't try to fight them, just bring Gaia back inside. Quickly now. Roger that. Hey, Catnet. What's happened to her? That's a concern for later. First, we must deal with those sin eaters. Or if thou wouldst care to repel our assailants without, I would task Thancred with standing guard within. I shall tend to Gaia meanwhile. Eden's verse, Iconoclasm, now accessible. All right. Let's get this started. We're gonna wait for Cosbaz. Relax. I know that Kegrin is a cunt. Relax, Cosbaz. I'll wait for you. You don't have to say that twice. Everybody knows about Kegrin. Anybody else wants in, just let me know. Don't worry about it, Calf. I just want to make sure that whoever wants to join in can join in. While we're waiting on Cosbaz, I'm gonna go do, I'm gonna go fuck around a little bit. Let me just... Oh, we can't use return here. Okay, Catnet wants in as well. There we go. And I believe that's everybody, right? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And a 1 and a 2. And off we go. Iconoclasm. Well, that was fast. Antithesis conscient, the idol of darkness.
So many
Oh
of them,
my god.
but nothing we can't
The
handle.
music. Ah, fuck it, I'm blasting the sound. I don't give a fuck. Holy shit. So I don't know what the combination of colors is for the left side. I got the combination of for the sides. I got the combination of colors for the front, and I got how the front mechanics worked. The mechanics of the side, I never quite understood. If it goes into... Oh, you mean the boss itself changes colors? I wasn't even looking at the boss at all.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
I kind of want to get the chest piece. But I should go for the stuff. I should go for these, right? For more. Yeah, I know that I need 4 pieces for the chest. It's probably going to take me a while. I'll just take another one of these. I guess I didn't get it. Okay, I guess I'll get something. Fuck it. I got a chest piece. I know I didn't get it. I know. Pepsi Man, I'll probably stream Monster Hunter during the next event. You can redo the fights until you get the loot you want, but I thought it was a weekly thing. So the line moves go into each portal. So there's a portal behind us, which then connects to the other portals. Have you tinkered around with blacksmith? No, I'm not interested in doing crafting in this game. It's 3 mechanics, portals and aspects. Yeah, the black and white ones I got that we had to go into the opposite. So you have to go... So the black and white ones you go into the opposite, and then after they go through you, they hit portals behind you, and then you have to keep in check which portal they hit because they're gonna come off in the side. Okay, I did not notice the portals behind. Yeah, I know it swaps which... That's the thing. So... I gotta pay attention which color goes into which portal, and then I have to pick the opposite color. So like for instance, if I'm black and I eat a white, and the white goes into a red portal, then I need to be in a blue portal. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's a lot to take in. Particularly for a first time, like... I thought I was doing good because I was like, oh man, yeah, the colors, it works like this. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And it was funny because Cosbos made a mistake on the first one. And I was like, now wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. So I go to the opposite side and Cosbos got hit and I didn't. I was like, fuck yeah. Go for it, Ketnet. Portals in the back are always static. West is always red. East is always blue. So the one on the left is always red. The one on the right is always blue. Okay. The weird thing is that there's 4 lines. So basically you're saying that there's going to be 4 portals behind me, right? There's not just 2 portals, there's 4 portals. 2 portals? How is there 2? Because there's like 4 things that go by. There's 4 things that fly by you. Okay, it duplicates. So left side always blue. Yeah, it's a lot to take in though. But you don't need to get hit on the ones on the side. You can just avoid them altogether. You don't need to always get hit. You don't need to get hit at all, regardless of what color you are. Oh, right, because when the colors are happening, they all go in at the same time, and then they come off from the right. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. But see, this is a cool fight. I thought this fight was really cool. What is this place? Dude, they should have totally voice acted this raid. Where is everyone? Omega, I main Gunbreaker. And my secondary is Paladin. Those are the only 2 classes that I'm interested in. So I'm all alone. Even the fairy is gone. Endless silence, endless darkness. Is this what death feels like? It's no use. No one can hear me. How ironic. All those times I wanted peace and quiet. Now I finally have it. I wish I had someone to talk to. I thought I couldn't stand to be around them, all their interfering and fussing, and yet I was never lonely. But it's no use. Even after everything we went through, my memories still won't come back. Fortune, fame, mirror vase, gone insane. But the memory remains. There is no future awaiting me, only emptiness. Those memories, they can stay lost forever, if only this pain will leave me. She's going deeper into the dark. Now I close my eyes and sink into darkness. And then I'll suffer no more. Gaia! Mother, Father, wake up! I understand now. Why wait for tomorrow to claim us? Gaia, can you hear me? This perfect moment never has to end. Not giving up on you, Gaia. Say something! What do you want? So annoying. Please, I'm begging you. Remember all the things we said we'd do, like going to the second serving for coffee and biscuits? She never agreed to these things, Rin. This is all in your imagination. What do you mean all the things we said we'd do? I never. Exactly. Gaia? Dude, she woke up just to tell her, I don't want to eat your fucking coffee biscuits, god damn it. Never agreed to anything of the sort. Thank goodness I was so worried about you. God damn it. The fairy fell silent, only to be replaced by Rin's voice ringing through my head. Never thought I would be so glad to hear it. Gaia's recent ordeals have left her rather more subdued than usual, on thin ice. Oh no. The memories. You've all gone through a lot of trouble on my part. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Anyway, I've delayed you for long enough. Please carry on with what you came to do. Time for Shiva. I'm glad you're back to your usual self, but how are you feeling? Much better now, but something's still bothering me. The fairy spoke to me in a dream, and a stream of memories rushed through my mind. I don't recall anything like this happening before, and I'm not sure what it all means. What sort of memories? Can't make any sense of them. They were only brief flashes, seen through someone else's eyes. At least that's what it felt like. Menphilia, that is, the first oracle of light, once served Heidelin as the word of the mother. If the oracle of darkness is her counterpart under Zodiarch, then we had best prepare ourselves for the worst. Aye, the knight's return did tip the ethereal balance towards activity, which may have served to awaken the fragment of his power in the first. Having thus roused, he did then fix his gaze upon she who had been marked by darkness, Gaia. Marked or no, Gaia's still her own person. Everything all right? It's nothing. Anyway, let's forget about all that for now. There'll be plenty of time to think it through once the last element's restored. If thou believest thyself well enough, then I see no reason for delay. Let us forthwith attend to the revitalization of ice. Shiva, then. Maria's the only one here to have actually seen the primal. Perhaps you could describe her for us. Thing is, I figured my character's mind would probably remember Shiva as the human counterpart, not the primal. I forget her name all of a sudden. Woman named Ysaeli made herself a vessel for Shiva. She and the great worm Raisvulgur shared an undying bond. I would sooner choose Ysael. I know what the music is. They do this so well. Like, imagine an MMO taking this amount of care with its story, to the point where they're referencing stuff from freaking Heavensward and Shadowbringers. Like, it's insane. It's insane, dude. Of course I'm gonna go with a woman named Ysael. Made herself a vessel for Shiva. Because I remember Ysael. So she summoned into her body the imagined essence of someone who lived over 1,000 years ago. That such a thing should be possible. The long since departed Shiva was a source of great inspiration to Ysael, whose method of summoning differed greatly from any who we had previously encountered. By the echo did she bear witness to the deeds of the noble Shiva, and thus was she moved to dedicate her being to that selfsame cause. 'Twas this devotion that granted her the power of a primal. So she was able to control it herself. Not getting any funny ideas, are you? Just thinking aloud is all. Anyway, we'd better get going. Our journey leadeth to a great glacier situated in the northernmost region of the Empty. I'll get us there as quickly as I can. Flying this beastly sin eater. It's time to draw out the ether. My wife's changing the baby. This is the baby's room at the end of the day. She's claiming her territory. I was thinking. That I should go with you this time. I want to be the vessel for Shiva. So you want us to beat the crap out of you. This is bad. Being still and passive by nature, ice is the element that is the most strongly aligned to light. I'll need to get close and use my own abilities as well as Eden's to draw it out. So that the Oracle of Light becometh the Oracle of Ice. I cannot claim to be in favor of this stratagem, and yet the primal we encountered in the source was summoned in much the same manner. The inherent advantages are undeniable. Absolutely out of the question. Thank you, Thancred. Forgotten what Brewery does to the primals we summon? I'm not about to stand by and watch as he and Ren beat the tar out of each other. In any case, the ether only returns to the Empty once the creature's been slain, although it seems you haven't taken that into consideration yet. Presumably there's a safe way to disperse it, but it's still far too risky. I thought you had more sense, Ren. But it's not as bad as it sounds. Were the deiform entity as volatile as the primals we have previously summoned, it would be logical to assume that in her role as conduit, Ren would be hard-pressed to retain control. Rory would have no recourse but to defend himself by any means necessary, else his life be forfeit. I know it's dangerous, but I can't let that hold me back. Please, I've got to try. But I don't see why this is even necessary in the first place. You never had to take risks like this for any of the other elements. Eden possesses almost infinite power, but what would happen if it began acting without my intervention? If it started to feed on the ether just like other sin eaters, it would undo all of our hard work. There's a disconcerting eventuality and one which cannot be dismissed. I'm worried that even if we realign the elements, things will eventually return to how they were following the flood. But if I train Eden how to nurture the environment rather than drain the life from it, we can leave it to take care of the Empty in our place. I'll channel the ether through myself and show Eden how it's done. This isn't some house pet we're dealing with. If it all goes wrong, then what? I know this all sounds like I'm taking a leap of faith, but it has been a gamble every step of the way. We've managed to come this far because of faith in ourselves and in each other. I made my feelings on the matter perfectly clear, but what say you, Rui? I'll hold back as much as possible. Psych! I'ma beat the living shit out of you, Rin. I'm sorry. Rin, I suppose that if you've got your heart set on this, there's no point trying to dissuade you. Just don't do anything reckless. Is that clear? As crystal. This is gonna work, I promise. I'll make sure of it. Well, for all our sakes, I certainly hope so, because if the Primal takes over, it'll be fine. With all of you by my side, I know that whatever happens, it'll work out in the end. All of us, hope you're not including me. I can't even deal with my own problems, never mind yours. It's enough just knowing you're here. Anyway, I've decided to take a leaf out of your book. Do what I want, when I want. I've made my decision, so now I have to see it through. This is different kettle of fish altogether. A kettle of... Oh, okay, kettle of fish. Well, the point is that this is what I want, and I'll do whatever it takes to make it work. So this is how much it means to you. Memories of Shiva envelop your mind. I don't know how, but I can see her too. This might actually work. I don't even want to beat up on Shiva. Shiva died for us. Feels bad. Okay, who wants in? Hey, I got 2 armors already. Hey, I have 4... Wait, what? No, this is from the previous one. This is the new one. Okay. Okay, Cav 3 wants in. Alrighty. Let's get to it. Karagrin, you're gonna spoil yourself, dude. Sorry that you're in a down phase. But I'm doing this raid. This is the last one, isn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So that means I'll have done all of the raid content in normal, not savage or anything, after this fight. Pretty cool. And I'm free to do some MSQ. The next Tuesday, we can start farming the relic weapon. It's gonna be good. You do Savage Odin Ving. I'm gonna do Final Fantasy VII Remake. Kegrin, how many years of Final Fantasy VII fans have been waiting for this game? One day I'm gonna kill you. Although, to be honest, I think I would have preferred if Square had taken the different approach, which is, hey, you guys get it when you get it, rather than have them release it soon. Like, a lot of people already finished the game by now.
I call upon the power of Shiva.
No! She's lost control! You've got to stop her!
Here we go. So gonna die like a million times on this damn thing. Shit, I fucked up my combo.
The light shall usher in peace.
God damn it.
Impudence! Splendid eyes, grant me strength.
Oh shit. Never liked that ice mechanic.
Shall free.
The fuck? Jesus. Ah. Of course. Heavenly Strike is the one that pushes you back. Now I know.
Shatter. light shall usher in peace.
Impudence!
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
The hell? Dude, everything is going in. We failed, didn't we? Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I know that my group didn't do that much deeps. But that wasn't really my fault. Like, please, Rory didn't the tether. What? I did the tether. What are you talking about? I did the tether every time.
The light shall usher in peace.
Such impudence!
Fucking hell.
Resplendent ice, grant me strength.
Mother. Yeah, I don't like this one. The other one was more fun.
Now freeze!
I hate encounters that are all about pushing people off of a fucking platform.
The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Tranquility must be restored to the land. Grant me strength.
playing Minecraft.
Damn this light!
What the fuck?
Damn it all! I won't give up! Not on my future! Our future! I want to see what tomorrow will bring! No! We're so close!
Eden's verse complete. Wait. This counts? Okay. And that's that. Rin! She's got a beefy hammer. I like her. You were there. I heard you. What happened to Shiva? Is she still in control? No, she's gone. But Gaia. What? That hammer. It matches your dress. What the fuck? I see you're back to your normal idiotic self. Look, isn't it pretty? Maybe we could take it with us. That doesn't sound like a good idea at all. Ice tends to melt, you know. Not this sort. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it might even make a nice necklace. It's a brilliant idea. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Wilt thou not rush to her aid? Perhaps I'm getting slow in my old age because it would seem Gaia's beaten me to it. To think that she would be the one to break... God! Ugh! They may have gotten off to a rocky start, but I think they'll make quite the pair. Is that a hint of melancholy I detect in thy voice? Something akin to a pinning mother bird whose chicks have flown the nest. Father bird, if you don't mind, but you're not entirely wrong. Still, when the day finally comes to say goodbye, it heartens me to know she won't be alone. After that, we can go to the second serving for coffee biscuits. You and your dumb coffee biscuits, fine, you win. If they're anything less than perfection itself, I'll never let you live it down. If they're not to your liking, there are plenty of other things to try. Suppose we both deserve a little treat after all that hard work. We certainly do. They were laughing as if... There we were, laughing as if we had not a care in the world, fleeting though it was. In that moment I was content. But my life was never meant to be so simple. So sorry everyone, I clearly have a long way to go before I can handle that kind of power. But we achieved what we set out to do, as I had faith we would, so without further ado, let's return to camp and admire our work. It's life. Ren's ecstatic to see the first signs of greenery in the empty. See you later, Avatar Blade. Can feel all the revitalized elements working in harmony. Always believed Eden had the power to restore the empty, but I never expected it to happen so quickly. I think we owe it all to Guy's skills with the hammer. I never did get the hang of summoning primals correctly. Judging by Thancred's and Rianger's reactions, it seems most of them were barely recognizable. Far be it from me to worry, but are you sure your memory's alright? So true. So true, dude. It's so true. This game knows me, dude. They know my goldfish brain. They know all about me. Thou hast grasped the basic principles of summoning. It beareth repeating that such deiform entities are not the product of the memory alone. Nay, a myriad other factors contribute to their corporeal manifestation in a process unlike the techniques employed in creation magic. Exactly, guys. I don't have bad memory. I don't have goldfish brain. It's just there's a myriad of other factors that contribute to this corporeal manifestation in a process not unlike the techniques employed in creation magic. That's the issue that I suffer from on a daily basis. It's the myriad of factors and creation magic. That's the problem. Wonder if the effects from the rebalanced ether will spread to the rest of the empty. Perhaps we'll just have to wait and see. Besides, I'm sure we could all do with the rest. Must say, Arena, it's refreshing to see you take a more measured approach for a change. Well, if my experience here has taught me anything, it's that I shouldn't rush into things unprepared. I've also learned that there are some problems that can't be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Mulemore, I've met all sorts of kind people who've gone out of their way to help me. I thought that I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. But now more than ever I realize there's a limit to what I can achieve by myself. Even though I was able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control such vast amounts of ether. If Gaia hadn't been there for me, I might have never returned to normal. Could say the same about you. I was trapped in a nightmare, but you freed me. Seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, then we can face our problems together. That's if you don't mind. It's fine, really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. But on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. You mean it? Oh, thank you, Gaia. She does look an awful lot like Jessica Jones. May I suggest we continue the conversation in Amarang? Though the empty may now supporteth foliage, the land's normalization hath but begun, and to linger over long still entaileth risks. Is aught the matter, Thancred? Nothing you need worry about. Let's go. You big old softy. Thancred the Soft. Before we do anything else, we should report to Yalfurt. He'll want to know how we've been getting on in the empty. Speaking of Mordsu, there was a snack of some sort that caught my eye last time. I can't quite describe it. It looked squidgy. Despite a strong suspicion that I may live to regret it, I'd like to try one. The fucking worms glazed in honey. The disgusting fucking worms in honey. Good God. Nasty motherfuckers, those Mords. I think I know the one you mean. They might not be much to look at, but I bet they taste amazing. No. Perhaps we could also try a pot of those jellied wrigglers or whatever they're called. I thought that's what you were talking about. I'll even let you take the first bite. Ew, no thank you. First coffee biscuits, now worms and jelly. Heavens forbid the two of you might actually eat some proper food. Bree, may I ask a favor of thee? Nope. Whilst Thancred and I returned to the Crystarium to inform our comrades of our recent exploits, I would have thee accompany Rin and Gaia to Mordsu. I trust all is well, Miss Gaia. It'll be once we get out of this desert town. If I have to spend another night in that dingy little room, I shall scream. Terribly sorry to hear that the accommodation was less than satisfactory. I'll investigate the availability of more comfortable lodgings post-haste. Yes, I think we'll be staying in Mort-Su, at least for the time being. It might take a while for me to write the report, as our expedition was rather eventful. Rory, I really appreciate everything you've done, and I'm sorry for all the trouble I've put you through. Still fretting about that, are you? What's done is done. Besides, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Gaia still does not give a single iota of a fuck. You're right. Now, how about that treat we promised ourselves? They might not have coffee biscuits here, but I've heard the Wriggler cakes are to die for. Or was that you'll die from eating it? One way to find out, I guess. You're nasty. Go get those glazed Wrigglers. Ugh. Sure, trying the local delicacies will keep us occupied between writing reports and thinking about the next plan of action. Hopefully we'll have another chance to visit the empty and see how things are coming along. Don't even think about leaving me behind. Alrighty. Boom. To unlock the next quest, you must complete the main scenario quest, Echoes of a Fallen Star. Oh, it actually ties in with the MSQ. And let me guess, you got the savage versions of it. Why do you have to buy the class boost? Such representatives of the Serum will be making regular visits to the camp. Yep. Sure. What do you want to ask me? Let me guess, you got some crystal, you got some memories, something. You want me to go do this thing in a harder difficulty? It's nothing dangerous. It's nothing dangerous. Don't worry about it. Additional Mort-Su afternoon tea. No. In the meantime, I can read through your report. Oh, he wants to do the boost so he gets the 500k to pay me back. Now that's taken care of. Let's head over to the tea stall. Before that, there's one more thing. This concerns you, Rory. There's the crystal and the memories. Found this in Eden's core. Seemed like it would be important. For all I know, it might even help me get my memories back. When I look at it more closely, I see images of you swirling around inside it. Whatever this is, it probably means a lot more to you than it does to me. This crystal contains Eden's memories. We've seen one of these before, haven't we? Yup. I want nothing to do with that. As you stare intently at the crystal, your mind is overwhelmed with visions of struggles past, twisted and distorted by some unknown force. Whatever is the matter? Things are more powerful now. It's the same as last time. The only explanation I can think of is that Eden's own power altered its memories somehow. But was that before or after they were crystallized? What difference does it make? Regardless of how it was made and where it came from, I can't think of any possible use for this thing. If you want it, Rory, it's yours. Looks like I was the one wasting time on this occasion. Let's go and try this tea I've heard so much about. I did play Alexander. I did read the quests, but that was a long time ago. Rory, you're still looking a bit green around the gills, so perhaps you can join us next time instead. Anyway, I'd best catch up with Gaia. While this crystal may not serve as an accurate record of your battles, it provides a glimpse of what might have been. It could even help me in mentally preparing yourself for your foes you've yet to face. Since it contains images of you and your exploits, it seems only right that you should be the one to safeguard it. Yeah, I'll stick it up my ass. And never look at it again. And guys, I was joking. I don't give a fuck about those 500k. Like, look, I got almost 3 million gil. I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck when I gave them away. I don't care. I was joking. And you all know I'm joking, which is why you said what you did. Aha. I don't want it. I'm running away. I don't want the money. Yeah, give it to Fate. She's the one who spent a lot of money on me and the barding and the weapon. Give it to Fate. I know you were looking for an excuse to get it. I know you got the money to pay. You don't need the fucking thing. You're just being an idiot about it. Let me see. I want to try something. Let's try this. That works. What was the other thing that I wanted to do? Oh yeah, now we gotta go do MSQ. That's the only thing left. Although I also need to friggin' start looking into my inventory situation. Which is getting pretty fucking insane. Don't I have the bangles of other antiquity? Not the early, the golden antiquity. Okay, I do have one. Bangle of golden antiquity. So I need to get one of these, and this is going to be 460, 450, 450, 480, 450. So I can get another ring, or I can get a bracelet, or I can get a choker. Dude, stop. Muse, no. 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 No, Muse. No. Bad Muse. You've given me too much already. Keep it for yourself. Buy yourself something nice. I love Cosmos like, give me the money. I appreciate it, but no, thank you. Let me see. Which one shall I get? Should I get another ring? A choker or a bracelet? I'll probably get the choker. Yeah, I'm gonna get the choker. I should have teleported to Yulmore. Check my tomes. We got 865. Isn't it like 800 for the chest piece? What the fuck? But I already have one. What is this? Oh my god. You guys spend way too much money on me. This is insane. Basically, I'm not gonna need gear anymore is what you're saying. Catnet's like, you don't need gear anymore. You're done. There.
If only
What the
I
fuck?
could be so grossly incandescent.
Gosper84, thank you very much for being grossly incandescent for 4 months. Tip of the hat to you. Appreciate support. And Ketnet, thank you very much. Tip of the hat. Appreciate it. Do you want to accept my measly 500k? It's different. Oh wow, that's a fancy hat. So let me see, 450. I should be able to get Tomestones of Phantasmagoria. Curse Offending. 460. Let's go. Probably looks better than the gear I'm using anyway. Although it might also look out of place. Oh, wow! What the fuck? Look at that. It's fancy as fuck. And I just apply my thing on top of this. Ba-bam. Look at that. That looks sexy as fuck. Alright, well, that boosted up my gear level significantly. 470. Let's mend the stuff that we have. And get started with some friggin' MSQ. Though I'm probably not gonna do much of it, like maybe 1 or 2 quests, because it's getting kind of late. Oh yeah, that's right. Choker or bracelet. Just fix this. I'm easily distracted. Wait. Wrong spot. Thought it was Eden Relic Exchange. Verse Antique, Disciple of War 1. So I can get either the bracelet or the choker. I think I'm gonna go for the choker, like I said. Bam! Wait. Okay, guys, let me tell you something. I don't like this endgame system at all. It never works out for me. It never works out for me. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work out for me at all. I always buy the wrong thing. Just today I did it twice. Oh, man. You know, I'll tell you what. In World of Warcraft, they did something which is really cool, which is if you do something like this, you go to the vendor, you can sell the item back to it, and he'll give you the tokens. Okay? I'm so sorry. Oh, man. It's because before Ketnet gave me the stuff, my plan was to get the choker. And then Ketnet gave me the stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's fucking recommended, boom, done. And then I walked in here, and I was like, yeah, I was going to buy the choker. Boom, buy the choker. I don't even hesitate. It was not Ketnet's fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for my actions. Teleport back to Mordona. I feel like they should give you like a comparison whenever you're hovering over an item. If you message a GM, oh dude, I'm not gonna fucking harass a GM over my dumbass. It's not enough that Square is paying me for the time that not paying me for the time, paying for the time that the time cards that I can play the game. Then I'm gonna go harass their staff. Hey guys, I made a dum-dum. Can you give me my fucking tokens back? Guys, I'm an idiot. Like what? Ask Square to add the XP boost earrings to your account despite keg. No. I don't ask for preferential treatment. I just ask, look, can you guys give me the time, because I know that this is not going to be a very popular thing on the stream, and it's just like that way I can play the game without having to put money in it. That's pretty much the... I even bought the game myself for PS4 because like they gave me a code for PC, but I went out and I bought... Where is that? It's actually here. I can show you. I bought it on PS4 because they told me that it was going to be harder to get me a PS4 code, and I was like, I want to play it on PS4, so I just told them, look, I'll just buy it later. If you can just hook me up with some game time, that'll be good. Yeah, I bought physical. This was actually, I was very lucky because in Spanish Amazon, this thing was like 10 euros, and I was like, dude, fucking give it to me now. This is one of the best games I ever played. I want to have the case. As a matter of fact, I was looking into getting, eventually, you know, as a more long-term thing, I'm looking into eventually buying the box art for all of them. For all of the Final Fantasy XIV games. So, Realm Reborn, Heavensward. I mean, I don't want to have just like, oh, I want to have all of the variation. No, I just want to have like one of each. Just to have, because I like it that much. And eventually I want to get it. Eventually I want to get like Heavensward for sure. Stormblood is like the one lowest in my priority list because it's the expansion I like the least. But I definitely want to get a Realm Reborn and Heavensward for sure. The Shadowbringer. Yeah, I don't do the statue stuff because I don't have enough room to put statues up and shit. Like, even the place that I'm in right now, like, this is all temporary. This is my little girl's room. I'm not going to be able to be in here forever. It's only going to be until the quarantine wears off. I actually have amiibos that I'd like to, you know, display, but I don't have a place to display them at, so I don't really do the whole statue thing anymore. Where's your fedora? It's not a fedora, it's an Outback hat. This one's got crocodile teeth in it, so don't fuck with me. Fedora. Wears off. Wears off. What are you talking about, Rui? This is life now. I'm confused. Oh, you mean the quarantine, dude? This better not be life now, dude. This. Like, dude, having 2 kids in a fucking quarantine, dude, it's insane. It's fucking insane. They're at each other's throats all the fucking time. Because, like, the little one, she's 19 months old, right? She is fighting back. She's starting to, like, you motherfucker. She just goes up behind him, fucking smacks him. She smacks him in the back. She waits until he has his back turned. She smacks him. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay. Shake and resolve. Tataru seems eager to make up for lost time. Ruri gods, it's good to see you. Hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Not so much as 40 winks, truth be told. I'm sleep deprived. What do you want? You're too selfless. That's your problem. But you'll be no good to anyone if you don't take a break every once in a while. Anyway. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Urizen Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at Gimlick Dark, and that the Empire has shown no signs of movement. which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Great, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Philemon to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you in the terrace at the House of Splendors. Wait, this is here, right? Yeah, Revenant's Soul. It's outside. What the fuck? Oh yeah, this is some other stuff. Yeah, she's a rogue, dude. But my kid is screwed. Like, when she grows up, she's gonna fucking harbor so much hatred for him. She's gonna beat the shit out of him. She's gonna make his life miserable. I've warned him. I'm like, just you wait. You're gonna be sleeping at night. She's gonna come in and fuck you up. You'll see. You're gonna learn you shouldn't have messed with your sister when she was younger. How the hell do I get to this terrace? Probably from the inside. Why can't I fly here? God damn it. I have a Rathalos, I want to fly it. Ruri my, it has been too long. Tatara did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Yes, she did. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tatara should be arriving shortly. So Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Rin. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Ruri might ask a favor of you when you next return to the First, to tell Rin what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Riol, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish, nay, I've not had a peep out of him, and it's been a good long while now, too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. What if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Any road, I just thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be. I nearly forgot. Kryle's at the stones and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. People just see a big-ass dragon riding in. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not even from this world. Don't even worry about it. seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
Oh, sweet voice acting. A rest for my throat.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
No rest for the righteous, eh?
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Well, Graha, we might have to take you out. Like, look, dude, I love you and all, but if it comes between you and Thancred, I'm pulled the trigger myself. I'm gonna go in there and just like what happened to Fate earlier. I'm gonna go in there, kill the Exarch and be like, why'd you guys kill the Exarch? What the fuck? Why would you do this? Oh man. Why would my team kill Fate? Yeah, exactly. Why would you guys kill Fate like that? What's wrong with you? Hey, dude, let me in. You have business with the Crystal Exarch? Say the word. Yeah, buddy. Get me in there. Hey, Graha. Oh shit, is Kegrin still here? Well, by now you've seen it. Never mind. Of course it wasn't. Go on. Their corporeal ether shows signs of instability. By the gods! Possibility never even occurred to me. You have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution. I fear you will be sorely disappointed. It is but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. See you later, Edagos. Hey guys, you like my new armor? Don't I look sexy? You're not even gonna acknowledge it? Alright. No, but you already know this one, Kegrin.
Pray excuse my late
If you've
arrival.
already killed Vothri, you already know that Graha is the Exarch.
Not be joining us.
Nay, my lady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
See, it's actually important to do the raid before you do the MSQ, because otherwise you get this bit of information here and you're like, what the fuck do you mean? What? Investigation of the empty? What are you talking about?
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Which, by the way, Y'shtola, your soul in particular must be all kinds of fucked up. Because, like, back in fucking, was it Heavensward? Yeah, in Heavensward, you threw, well, actually, it was during Realm Reborn, you threw yourself onto the Aether flow, and then we had to get you out, and then you were blind, and then you did the same thing here. So you've done this twice after your soul's separate, like, your soul's like, forget about it, okay? Like, you got the, if there's any problem with people's ether, you got everything. Thancred's also kind of fucked up, because, like, you know, Thancred's already damaged goods, poor guy, but you and Thancred, you guys got it the worst. So if shit goes down, you two are the first ones to go.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. a whole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said whole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Yep.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Oriange, you're gonna get the privilege to immure your soul into my boxer shorts. And then I want a full verbose report of how that felt. You filthy fucking elf. No. Oh, man.
White Auricide would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Faefolk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
And Shade, I do remember Moonbreather. She sacrificed herself so that we could imprison our, well, kill our first Ashian. Did I choose Lemonade? A grand adventure. The Crystal Exarch would waste no time in seeking help for his stranded comrades. Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white orosite, by thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numu consent to lend us their aid, we'll have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Didn't we have an orosite that we ended up not using? Oh no, we did use it during the fight of Emet-Selch. Agreed, then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Solon, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Always. Yeah, Dark Hero. That's right. Okay, we gotta go to Solon. And just where is that? Lakeland. Good God. It's far away from everything. Wait a second. Isn't Lakeland like right outside? Desolation. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. Sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations, were I them, I should be most interested to meet those who could overcome my defenses. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Little bit of payback there, buddy? Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Ruri's around. What exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. It's only natural that we'd be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course, let us proceed to the palace. Oh, it's a dungeon. So now I get to start leveling them up, right? I would assume. Okay, well, I want Y'shtola. Crystal Exarch, no Alphino.
Very well.
So when you do it in your free time, they start low. What do you mean when I do it in my free time? I'm confused. Good God. Cthulhu looking motherfucker. I don't dig the music. None of this. Oh, that's right, I forget. These guys don't do AoE damage. So I'm better off single targeting. That's the biggest problem with doing trusts. Kind of force you to do a lot of tap targeting, which is kind of annoying on the controller. I hope they target the big boy first. It looks like they do. See you later, Kagran. Magic brooms. Friggin' squids. Which one are we focusing on now? Here? Each pull takes a lot of time. It's like two big boys now. Yeah, we fixed that a while ago, weakest undefeat. I mean, you just missed 2 tiers of the same raid, and you basically missed 3 raids today. We did 3 raids. We did all of the current content in normal mode. Ah, thank you. I don't like the other music in this dungeon. I ain't about that particular musical style.
I'm with you.
God damn it.
The time has come.
Oh god, I hate AoE pulse with trusts. Stop! No! I can't take it anymore. I'm just gonna keep AoEing, fuck it. Until we get down to like 2 targets. Ward Bracelet of Fending. Is that better than what I have? I doubt it. I mean, I just went through raids and shit. I assume that mostly the trusts are going to be useful, you know, besides when you don't have somebody to do a dungeon with. They're going to be useful mostly for, like, alt classes, right? Depends on what you mean by the rest of the raid, Remedy. Because we did it all the way up to E8. There's no more raid to do anymore. I actually really like D7. I like D7 much more than E8. I don't know. I guess that encounters that focus around dropping you from the map, there's just something about that that I personally don't like. I don't find it very interesting. Yeah, E7 is amazing. I loved it. Like, I died a bunch of times, but I loved E7 because it's interesting mechanics. If you must, how about you must some friggin' AoE damage? Can you must some of that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Direct seeding? What the hell are they doing? Uh-oh. I guess I should have done this. Oh, I did clear E8. We cleared the whole raid. But I did die a lot in E8. I actually died more in E8 than E7, I think. And here's the thing. I didn't really feel bad about dying in E7 because I'm like, okay, this is a mechanic that I need to, you know, come to grips with. Whereas in E8, a lot of the deaths feel a little bit cheap because, like, hey, here's this ability. It's called Holy Divinity, whatever the fuck, I forget the name. Here's this ability, right? And if you're a tank and, you know, you want to tank the monster usually at the edge of the arena and you're trying to fucking turn him away from everybody else, and there's like, here's this spell. This is the spell that you had no means of knowing it was a knockback, and you're dead. And I hate that. Oh, man. It's like, there's no way of knowing other than dying to it, and then you're like, ah, that's the thing that kills me. And I don't know, mechanics like that. I realize that this is not an action game like I tend to play a lot of action games. This is more like an MMO. And unless you look up guides, there's no way to know the shit that's going to kill you. But where is the mechanics in E7? You know, there's like a logic to them. And you can kind of... I figured out part of the mechanics, and had I paid more attention, I probably could have figured out some more. So, like, I was able to not die on some of those mechanics. I was like, okay, there's this color thing, and if I'm in the opposite color, then I'll be fine. And then it's like stuff goes behind me and teleports sideways and shit. That's the part that I wasn't able to follow, but I was like, you could tell that there was like a logic there that somebody could maybe pull it off, even if I didn't pull it off naturally, but they could maybe pull it off in their first attempt. And see, that's something that I like. That's something that I can appreciate. Whereas, like, here's this spell that knocks you off the platform, and there's no way for you to know that it does that. I don't know. I kind of don't respect that as much as a mechanic. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that there's something about me that I'm like, eh. But how many of you were surprised that I stayed alive as long as I did in E7? Huh? I want some digital pats on the back. Make me feel good about myself. I know that everybody was like, oh, mega surprised when I didn't just like fucking die. Okay, you're taking it too far in the other direction. You see what I mean, Cosbaz? You're making it seem like I'm a fucking imbecile. That's not really a pat on the back. Whoa. Hello. Okay, guys, let's target this healer first. See, this is exactly why I wanted to get the healer first. You guys are a bunch of fucking slackers, and you don't listen. Now the big boy is fucking beating the shit out of you. And now he gets healed. I can't interrupt that. Oh, thank God he's dead. Did they actually start targeting him? Well, yeah, Remedies Exion. I completely agree. Like the next boss in a raid tier should be harder than the boss that came before it. Makes perfect sense. And again, I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying that, like, for my personal taste, I can appreciate the mechanics of 7 more so than I appreciate the mechanics of 8. This reminds me of, it reminds me of, what was the name of that place? Karazhan. Sully these halls long enough. Come, Lugus. Our guests yet want for company. Lugus? Insatiable flame. He looks good. Let's go. That's probably gonna hurt. Oh. There's the tank buster. Oh, okay. Well, how do I drop it? How did they drop theirs? What the fuck? Pass the flames to the furniture. I guess I can't go this way. Ugh. The walk of shame. They should have never gave you wizards money. Fuck your couch. Okay, now I see. Grand piano, velvet drapery, plush sofa. Oh, there's plenty of sofas. Okay.
If only I could be so grossly
Oh shit, I forgot the... I can't believe it. I forgot to shout out Hamstrung because I was in the middle of a cutscene earlier. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Ew. Fuck your couch. Why did I get a Vuln stack? Fuck did I do to get a Vuln stack? And another one. Why are you punishing me? I guess we have some new things to set on fire. Looks like you already burned one of the chandeliers. This one's mine. No! You bitch! Alizé! How could you betray me like this? Did you see her run right for the thing that I was going for? She did it on purpose. Better tell me you didn't just wasted that limit break. No, it's still there. Shit, I didn't see it. Done and done. Shade 5679, thank you very much for becoming grossly incandescent. Tip of the hat to you. Appreciate support. And bit of a late one. Wow. I don't remember who I missed, so I'm gonna just shout out Gosper84, thank you very much for being grossly incandescent for 4 months. Domega X, thank you very much for becoming grossly incandescent. And Hamstrung, thank you very much for 34 months. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Appreciate support. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Omega. Gosper. I know that I missed some of you in there because I was in the middle of a cutscene earlier, so I apologize. No, I'm not going to shout you out, Cosmos. Fuck you. Treat me like shit, dude. I don't want to shout you out. Let's get the treasure here. I did? When did I start this for? Damn it. Didn't get any loot. Then again, probably couldn't use any of the loot here. Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-ba.
If only I could be so grossly
There you go.
incandescent.
Shade, Shade 5679. Thank you very much for making Cosbos grossly incandescent. Tip of the hat to you, and I guess tip of the hat to you, Cosbos. Congratulations on becoming grossly incandescent. Thank you, Shade. I really appreciate it. God damn. You did it just to spite me, didn't you? I approve. Enable text auto advance. Yes, that was my fiercest familiar. Impressive. He's another one of those. One of the Fey folk.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh shit, he's manipulating them.
How dare you?
He's manipulating
Dare
them.
you speak thus in my presence?
Now, for those of you that are not
It was
aware,
to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
a little bit of background for those of you that are not aware, that haven't been seeing this thing the whole way through. This particular race of Fey folk, they're very much representative of dogs. And you know how dogs, they just love to play with their masters. They love to like sit and, you know, play dead, do all of these things, right? And shake and all of this, right? And these Fey folk, they're kind of like the same way. They love serving men and to kind of like be treated in the same way that a dog would. Like in a good way, in a kind way. They love to do that. That's why basically Crystal Exarch is manipulating this fairy by, you know, giving all those keywords in between, like the beg and the shake and the sit.
You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
You are terrible, Alphino.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me, what horrors my knowledge has wrought.
You mean the magical plague of Vobert?
You know of the plague? Then
Yeah.
you know how dangerous soulcraft can be. instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
No. No.
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beck Lug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Urianger shared this knowledge of the new Mu with us. Had he not, Beck Lug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guest waiting would only add insult to injury. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. What is this? Grand Cosmos. Is this the, oh, this is the thing that we just did. Okay, never mind. This is the quest that we just did, right? Yeah. But I'm going to be calling it here today, you guys, because I'm like, it's almost 2 in the morning, a little bit tired, going to get some sleep. Tomorrow, we'll stream more. Tomorrow, we're probably going to be focusing on MSQ at around the same time, which is like 3 p.m. my time, which is in about 13 hours and change. In about 13 hours and change, we should be live again with another stream. Thank you all very much for hanging out. We did all the raids today. It was really cool. Really cool. And thank you all very much for the help and the support, obviously, as usual. Love you all. See you guys tomorrow.